Alright, good evening. This is my first video of this kind, but tonight I wanted to do a video response to the specifications that were released on the 7D Mark II early this morning, supposedly confirmed specifications. And if that's the case, if they're really the confirmed specifications, I'm a little bit concerned because I shoot video, not as much photography. I do photography as well, of course. If you own a DSLR, of course you're going to take pictures, but my main focus is shooting video and trying to bridge the gap between good quality video at a decent price using a DSLR. I feel they obviously give you the most options and everything in that regard, but I'm getting off point. The reason of this video is to suggest to people who might be in the market for a DSLR video camera DSLR camera that they want to use primarily for video, and why the 7D Mark II might not be that choice for you. I've really been following this. I've been in the market for a new camera myself. Unfortunately, I don't have the budget for a full-frame camera, so I had to go with a crop sensor. So my choices obviously were the 60D, the 70D, the 7D, and not the 60. So a lot of different options out there. Obviously the 7D is out of date. I had a 60 actually before this, and when the 7D came out with the DPAF, I was really excited because I shoot a lot of car commercials that are on the move with humans and subjects and a lot of moving parts, and it's nice to have that quick autofocus feature, especially with the touchscreen. And actually I'm shooting this on the 70D, and this is a testament to why the 7D Mark II might not be the camera for you. But let's just go down. So I have a few notes. First being is the disclaimer. Obviously the 7D Mark II has not been released yet, so as to the specifications, they are not confirmed in my mind until you actually see them on the camera on the market. Photokeen is next week, so obviously we'll have a better idea then, but these are supposedly the leaked specifications. And again, I still don't agree with them 100%. They don't make sense to me, and I'll explain why. First and foremost, I'm a Canon man. I love Canon. I love my 70D. I love my 60D as my starter camera. I'm really looking forward to the day that I can get a 5D Mark III. Unfortunately, that's just not in the cards yet. I'm hoping for the 5D Mark IV to be out at the time that those cards are in my hand, so hopefully we'll do that. Now, I bought the 70D recently. I was watching, the specifications and the rumors about the 7D Mark II. I was really interested in it. I was hoping for a bridge between the 70D and the 5D series. Maybe the Mark II, definitely not the Mark III, obviously, but some kind of bridge between the features of the 70D and the features of a full-frame 5D series in some kind of bridge model, and that's what I was really hoping for with the 70D, the 7D Mark II, but that's not what I get. I got the 70D because of the price. Recently, Canon Rumors, thank you very much, posted a link for the 70D for $10.99, retails $14.50 right now, and they only had it up for a few days, and I managed to swipe one. Got a brand new 70D today. Actually, it's the second video I'm shooting on it this afternoon, and I'm really excited about it, so a quick shout out to Canon Rumors. Thank you for that, and that deal's no longer available. So that being said, images, getting into images. First and foremost, obviously a lot of people out there are like, obviously the 7D Mark II is not for video. No, it's not, and that's, again, what I'm really trying to put forward is that there's a lot of cameras out there that are good for video in DSLR form, and definitely the 70D, I think, is at the top of that list in the crop sensor categories. But this is why. So I'm shooting this video on 70D. Right now, I'm operating this camera by myself. No one's operating the camera. If I move forward, guess what? I'm in focus. It's fantastic. I don't have to worry about it. I go over here. I go over here. I can move back. Guess what? I'm still in focus because the DPAF right now is utilizing that function to keep me in focus. And now, yes, it's not perfect, and if you have a lot of activity going on in the backdrop, it can bounce around a little bit. So again, not something you're not going to find in the 70D Mark II, but what you're not going to find is the flip screen, so that I can actually view what I'm doing right now while I'm shooting video. That's not going to be available in the 7D Mark II. Why not? I mean, what's the problem with a flippable LCD screen? If you don't like a flippable LCD screen, you don't have to move it. But for everybody else who does like a flippable LCD screen, I think is an important option that Canon should give people. But again, not going to find that on the 7D Mark II. Also, what you're not going to find is, check this out. I'm going to go ahead and touch the screen. There you go. I just focus on my TV. I'll go ahead and come back to my face. Touchscreen ability on an LCD screen that is rotatable, so that I can pick focus points with a DPAF system that Canon has initiated with the 70D. Apparently the 70D Mark II is also going to have this feature without a touchable LCD screen. How is that going to work? So there's two options. One, they've created some new technology and a new way to utilize the DPAF while in video mode, or they've made an egregious oversight in the ability to shoot video on the 7D Mark II. So again, these specifications aren't confirmed in my mind because the video hasn't been, or the camera hasn't been released yet, but that's a huge issue for me. On the plus side, they did finally give us a headphone jack, which, you know, one thumb up, because we should have had that the whole time. A headphone jack, seriously? Finally? Thank you, but really behind the ball on that. So, just to kind of sum it up, the 7D Mark II is going to be fantastic for sports and wildlife photography. Everybody knows that. It's got a lot more cross points. It's going to be great for photos. But when it comes to video, I really think they screwed the pooch on this one. Don't look to the 7D Mark II to shoot a lot of video independently. I mean, yeah, they want you to use monitors, I understand that, but there is no monitor that exists right now that interfaces with a 70D touchscreen focus point, you know, choosing ability. So basically you can't interface a touchscreen monitor with a 70D to function it as you can the LCD. So it's a drawback on the 70D, and that's not their fault. It's just something that really hasn't been designed yet. Trust me, I've looked. So 7D Mark II, great for photography. Really looking forward to the camera. I will not be purchasing one, as it is double the price of a 70D, and I feel has less than half the features of it. Hopefully that sensor is better. Obviously we're all waiting for that, but thanks for listening. I'm going to finish my whiskey, and I'll see you guys on the forum.